I don't like to be seen. That's what it is. I don't want to be seen.
And if you're seen, what does that mean? What will we see?
I would be, and it's not, I would be too great.
This is beautiful. This is great that you say that. This is the truth. And that's what gets covered with worthlessness. It's this fear of being too great.
It's scary to even say that.
Oh, it is. It's rarely said. And so what's the worst that could happen if you are too great? Or what does your mind generate?
I would lose everything.
That's right. You would be killed, you would be ostracized, you would be left, you would stand out too much. And it has happened through history. I mean, we have plenty of examples. So we don't need to deny that, but that's in our collective psyche. And yet you are miserable not being seen.
Yes, it's very paradoxical.
Yes. So the willingness then to die is a willingness to stand out, to be who you are. Whether that's perceived as great or small is really irrelevant. Because if you're too small, you'll be left behind. And if you're too great, you'll be killed off because you're a threat to the status quo. So we try to stay in the middle. That's a safe place in the herd, right? But we're miserable in the middle. We're abnormal in the middle. If you were happy in the middle, you wouldn't be here. Right? You wouldn't be at Esalen. You wouldn't be in this group. Everyone in this room is not middle. Not normal. And I would think that a lot of normal middle people are quite happy. And that's fine. But I'm talking to you who are not happy. And all of the attempts to be normal have failed. To some degree or other. And there's a willingness, finally, to surrender to that. And that is exactly as you said, meeting your death, losing your security. Because your security, you're paying too high a price for it.
And that's what I understand. If I know that who I am needs nothing.
But because it's not about knowing that. In the moment when that arises, you don't know anything.
Right.
And if you remember who you are, then that's simply some way to escape the experience of, oh my God, I'm going to be killed now. I'm exposed. Or I'm going to die. Because I'm too small or I'm too great. It's really the same. So you want to look out there and just like do this.
Oh gosh. Are you kidding? I don't think I...
You can, see? What do you see?
Beauty.
Yeah.
I see a lot of beauty.
Yeah. And where in you does that sight of beauty originate?
It's just everywhere. There isn't this place it isn't.
That's greatness. It's greatness of vision. And it may be dangerous to see beauty everywhere. So are you willing to live in danger to see beauty?
I want to be.
That's it. That's what, when you say I want to be, that means that's where your attention will be. Rather than I want to fit in. or I want to disappear, or I want to just, what did you say when you came up here? I don't want to be exposed, or something like that.
Yeah.
But this is exposing. We think exposing is exposing our ego or exposing our faults, but really, finally, it's exposing our beauty and our vision of beauty and our surrender to uncontrollably being in love.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's very simple, and it is deeply challenging.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I love you.
I love you too. So I just want to make a slight distinction here in a workshop where you're beautiful, you can do it, you go out there and get it, you're powerful. It's not that. That has its place. This is not that. It's the greatness that is so great, it's indistinguishable from anything else. That includes all smallness, all unworthiness, all other. It's a willingness to be yourself, whatever the cost. Because we do have in our psyche horrific things that have happened to people who have stood up and proclaimed the truth. Witches have been burned. St. John of the Cross was kept in a dungeon that had been a toilet and brought out at the monks' meal times to be whipped in front of the monks, and still he wrote mystic poetry of union with God. Heresy. So what we are speaking of is heresy. Freedom is heresy. Love is heresy. And yet it's what every religion and every movement of freedom speaks about. But it's about some future time, not now. And for me, what my teacher just slayed was this postponement. And when he said stop, among the many things that included, it was stop postponing your union with yourself, with God, with beauty. He said it as a command. And I heard it as a command. But really, it's not even a command, because you are free to continue postponing. But most people don't even realize that they have a choice, and that actually they have the right and the opportunity to stop postponing. And that that's in this moment only. It's not that you will stop postponing tomorrow, or when you get it together, or when you finish planting your garden. You stop now, and then there is no tomorrow.